Hey friends, Heather's here again, hoping you are keeping well and healthy. If you've been watching any of my videos, you will know that I usually post a new video every Monday with some topic related to helping you build the business of your dreams. Well, that definitely did not happen last week. A lot of reasons behind that, but I apologize. I heard a saying recently that goes something along the lines of this: the world can turn on the head of a pin. And I don't know about you, but I have been finding that very, very true. You know, you could just be out walking someday. Maybe you get hit by a bus. My mom used to say that all the time. Maybe you could win the lottery. Maybe you could bump into someone you haven't seen in 20 years and they tell you something that you didn't know before then, and then your whole world kind of flips upside down. That's what's been kind of going on in the world. So let's just say that 2 weeks ago, I would not have imagined what is going on in the world right now. Am I right? So we're in these times that have never been seen. The whole world is affected. There's no question that things are going to be forever different. Maybe they're going to be for the better, maybe for the worse. We don't know. Every single industry is affected. Every single person is affected. If you're a massage therapist, which I am, your business closed overnight. You're someone. Massage therapists are people who are really hands-on. They get in there, they get in there and help, and they don't like to sit and wait. I'm not the greatest at sitting and waiting, even though I've been practicing seated meditation for a long time. So to help me, I've been out talking and connecting with therapists, trying to get a sense of how I can still offer some help. So as I tried to wrap my head around all of these things that are going on and try and do some searching for what I could do, I made the previous video, which is now 2 weeks ago, about my strategies on how what I use to deal with stress and anxiety. If you didn't see it and you think it might be helpful, you can just pop back into YouTube and check one of the older videos out. So this week, I had a meeting with my business coach. By the way, love having a coach. A coach is that person who's like not your family, not your friends. It's that person who can stand back from the weeds that you're stuck in and just kind of give you some direction and help you get some clarity. Super amazing. So he made a few suggestions to me, and I am in the process of implementing them. It's given me some really good perspective and a good direction, and I know that ultimately this is going to help me build my business in the long run. So that's what this week I'm going to talk to you about. So can you pivot, and how to make lemonade? 2 topics, but it's good. We'll get through it. Now, before I start, I just want to mention an edit to a previous video. I think it was the first video that I made was about taxation deadlines. And right now, with the way the world is going on, the deadlines are a moving target. The government keeps adjusting. What they're trying to do is to help everyone who's affected. They're kind of thrown off as much as we are. Give them some patience. Due to the circumstances facing business and individuals kind of everywhere, the government has enacted some changes, and they keep coming out. So when you watch this, everything may have shifted again. So I'm not going to give you deadlines. So I'm going to suggest, don't use social media as your source for dates and what's going on. That's not to say people are deliberately spreading misinformation. It's just that in the way everything is rapidly evolving and changing, I mean, there's daily reports coming out from the government's office. What you hear might not be true anymore. So go to canada.ca. That should be your source of what's happening. The benefit for self-employed and small businesses is going to be available on your canada.ca login. So if you don't have that set up or can't remember your password, I highly recommend getting that in place as soon as possible. I think if you try to use the phone lines to get in, the phones are going to be completely overwhelmed. I've already heard some people are having to wait upwards of 4 hours to speak to someone, and we're not even to the point where those benefits are opened up yet. So on to this week, making lemonade and pivoting. So as I mentioned, I was having a few conversations with fellow therapists, and there's a lot we don't know right now. Some of us are having some trouble getting our feet under us. There's a lot of extenuating circumstances. If massage therapy is your main source of income, which is mine as well, you are now in a place where you have no income coming in and you're waiting to see what might come to you through maybe your landlords give you a break, maybe the banks, the government assistance. We still don't have a total picture of what that's going to look like, but there are things you can do now. So taking some action now will not only help you mentally, but also could help you financially and help your business in the long run. So let's make some lemonade, shall we? So first, instead of being idle, I mean, we've got all this free time. There are places that have opened up their offerings online or free or even at reduced rates. So I'm thinking of like Pilates studios and gyms. Keep yourself physically active. Our profession has us on our feet most of the day. So if we stay home, become couch potatoes, we're going to experience firsthand that pain and discomfort that a lot of our desk jockey clients come in and complain about. So keep yourself moving. Also, there are other resources also from a professional point of view. So maybe there's some new skill you can learn. Maybe there was something you wanted to study and you never had time. This is the time you can do it. That's not to say it has to be work related. I've been using this program called Duolingo to try and learn my French and Spanish. Figure why not? I've got some free time. I've always wanted to learn a language. Helps your brain cells. I'll go for it. Next, maybe you can catch up on things that have been hanging around on your someday I'll get to this list. This is the time for that, paint that wall, fix that step, weed the garden, all these things that we've always pushed off because we don't have time. This is the time to get those things done. You'll feel fabulous when they're done. Another thing that you can do is this isn't going to be forever, right? Our clients are going to need this when this is over. One thing that helps me when I start to feel that stress about everything that's going on is I try to remember that what I'm feeling, this anxiousness that I'm feeling, my clients are feeling it as well. For some reason that makes it manageable for me, knowing that, we're not in this alone. So I've been online. I try not to spend too much time online, but I've been reading some posts and I've been seeing some therapists are really agonizing about their patients and their patients' well-being since they can't give them any treatment. This is the best time for you to reach out to them. Let them know that you're thinking of them. Offer them some kind of support if you can. I know there's a physio clinic that I'm connected to that's offering online consults with the physiotherapist for their patients. Obviously, we can't do massage through online video, imagine video conferencing, but we have other skills and we have other things. Maybe a lot of us have different modalities. So can you get them online and maybe talk them through some range of motion testing if they're having problems trying to determine what's going on? Show them some stretches that might help them. Show them how to use tennis balls or tune-up balls to release those trigger points. I personally love Jill Miller's tune-up balls, and the videos that accompany them are really clear and really helpful. And they're my go-to when I have this annoying levator that won't relax and I can't get in for treatment. The tune-up balls rock. So I've also been meeting I'm a personal trainer. I've been meeting personal training clients virtually to keep them in their fitness routines. There's loads of options to help you keep you connected with your clients. So if they're struggling, think of inventive ways you can help them and they're going to appreciate it. Taking action on this now will keep both of you and your client a little more sane, and they're going to remember you that once all this passes, they're going to keep you in top of mind, and they'll come back to seeing you when we can see people in real life again. Now, on to pivoting. Can you pivot? Is there another skill you have now that you can utilize to enhance your income because we don't have any income coming in, or just give you something constructive to do? So, for instance, are you a fitness instructor? Can you offer classes online? Are you a Reiki practitioner? Maybe offer distance Reiki or online Reiki treatments. Obviously, you can't give an insurance receipt, but nothing says that you can't offer this service outside of your massage therapy practice. Do you have a product that you sell? Maybe you make oils, lotions, aromatherapy. Can you market it online and ship it to your customers? My former occupation, I mentioned, I think in another video, I was a CPA for 15 years. So to keep me busy and help out my fellow RMTs, I'm offering reduced rates to help with their tax preparation, answering accounting questions. It's helping me stay connected socially. It's helping me feel like I'm giving back to them. It's helping them get some of their stress gone. And I might get some income to pay for some expenses. Win-win, right? So do this for me. Take 20 minutes. You got loads of free time. Set a timer so that you know it's 20 minutes. Get a piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper, 3 pieces of paper. Start brainstorming. If you've never brainstormed before, you just start writing everything you can think of. Don't edit, don't edit, don't edit. Editing stalls a creative process. Just write and write and write and write and write for as long as you can or until the timer goes off. Even if it sounds too crazy, write it down. If the timer is still going and you've run out of ideas, stay with it. Just start writing. Anything you can think of. After that, go through and start to look at what you might be able to implement immediately and then implement it. Then look at the things that are doable but are going to take a bit of figuring out. So then start to take those first steps to get that going. The crazy things, let your mind percolate on those ones. Sometimes it's the craziest ones or the best ideas. You never know. You might come up with some amazing ideas that will enhance your current business and set you up for future success. Even in this time of uncertainty, there's many ideas that you can come up with that will help you and keep moving you forward. The most important thing right now is do not waste this time. Time is the thing we never get more of. Money comes and money goes. Jobs come and jobs go. Time does not come back. So make sure that you spend this time wisely. With that in mind, I really want to thank you for spending some of your precious time with me. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, or if you have any questions, even any topics you want me to cover, just leave me some comments or leave me a message in the comments box. I respond to all messages. And speaking of the comments box, I'm going to include in the links below all the things I mentioned today so you can find them easier. Go out and have some fun with them. We don't have to spend every moment of our newly found free time working. We can actually go out and have some fun. Oh, one more thing. For those of you interested, I am going to actually offer a 2-hour online workshop to teach you how to set up an online meeting space to meet clients virtually, maybe to do an online fitness class. It's not complicated. I run an online membership-based fitness studio as a small piece of my coaching website. The setup I have running is super simple. I manage it manually, but it runs great. I manage it manually right now because it's not big enough for me to bother automating it. So if this is something that you want to explore, just pop me a message and I'll send you an email when the course launches. Then last but not least, if you want to make sure you don't miss any episodes, please subscribe. There's a new video every week. Okay, not last week, but usually there's a new video every week with great information that's going to help you build the business of your dreams, even in these times where it seems like everything's gone to hell. Pardon my language. So I'm Heather from Prosperity Flow Coaching. I help people who help people. Stay healthy, my friends, and I hope to see you again soon.